Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I am Anita and this is Sewing Yogi. So first off, I just want to say thank you so very much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I am overwhelmed. I honestly didn't think anyone would be interested in watching my vlogs. I'm really pleased. I'm just happy someone is there watching them. So thank you so very much. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you will enjoy my vlogs that are yet to come. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm going to keep doing this. I think it's kept me quite sane actually from the past couple of months being in lockdown. This has been a bit of a saviour for me, so I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, thank you so very much, and please, if you are not subscribed and you like what you see today, then please subscribe and also like the vlog, as apparently that helps others see my vlogs. I don't know how it works. I have no idea with YouTube. I'm just sticking it up there and seeing what happens. So on to what I'm talking about today. So I have purchased quite a few patterns and I've bought some fabrics. Now I don't normally buy in bulk. I don't do fabric hauls just because I don't have the funds to buy lots of fabric, and also the space. I have got already quite a bit of fabric, which is kind of taking over the house right now. I mean, I've got it stored under beds, in cupboards, various cupboards, wardrobes all around the house, so I can't really purchase anymore. But I did find that there were a few offers on and a few bargains, so I have kind of a little mini fabric haul that I've just recently done. Yes, so apologies if I look a little bit worse for wear. I have put some makeup on just to brighten up the face a little, as I've not been that great this week. I've had a little bit of a bug, I think. So the start of the week I went for a 7-mile run, and when I came back I didn't feel that good and I had quite a few dizzy spells, and I thought maybe it was a case of I hadn't had enough chocolate that day. Had some chocolate, felt a bit better, and then later on it kept happening. The dizzy spells kept occurring, and then the following day as well, and I felt really tired. So I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong. I just felt a bit off, and so today I do feel a little bit better. And I taught with the class this morning and it was fine. So I'll get on to the patterns that I have purchased. I have purchased some other things as well, I was going to say. I've also purchased some A-Naught printing, which I'll go on over, and also I've purchased a little kit that I thought that might be handy of cleaning my sewing machine. But first of all, the patterns. So I saw on the Makerist that they had a $2 sale. Now, quite a few people I think have indulged in purchasing some patterns in the sale. And I have indulged, and I've bought 7 patterns. But I thought I'm just going to buy them. They're only $2, and if I don't use them, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. So yeah, I've purchased quite a few. I've written them all down, so I'll be looking down in my little notebook here. So the first pattern I purchased was a daisy dress. It's called the daisy dress, and apparently this is just one pattern piece, and I bought this simply for ease. It looks like a nice little summery dress that you could just quickly sew up. Apparently it can be done in an hour. It's probably not likely with me, but yeah, it can be made up in an hour. And I loved the little description of what it said about this dress. I'll put a little clip or a little screenshot of what it looks like. I'm not very technical, so I film this all on my phone, and I have a little app that helps me to edit the videos. I can't do what everyone else does and put the little image there in the corner. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how people do that. They magically make that happen. I don't know. My brain doesn't go there. So it'll just be a little clip that comes in and then me back again. So yeah, it's called the daisy dress, and its description was of people who used to say back in the 70s, and I know my mum used to do this, and my mother-in-law still does this, says that back in the 60s, you know, when as a young girl, she would buy a pattern in the morning, buy the fabric, make it in the afternoon, and then wear it that evening, which I just think is amazing. I would love to be able to do that, but that's not ever going to happen with me, I don't think. And yeah, and those are that size for that is extra small to 2 times extra large. So I thought that was quite good. I mean, I don't know generally what that means. You know, I think it's one of those that you I probably just have to measure the pattern pieces. And then the following pattern that I purchased was the Eloisa dungarees. I think that's how you say that. Eloisa dungaree dress. And I already have tons of pinafore dresses, pinafore dungaree style dresses. So I don't really need any more, but I couldn't resist. I had to buy it. It looked really cute. So again, I'll put the picture of that up. And that comes in sizes 38 to 50. Yeah, it's just a simple dungaree dress. Has a cute little band across the waist and little buttons that go on there, and you can put pockets on. Just thought it was lovely. And then I have purchased a coat which is called the Cato Coat, and I thought it was quite a simple coat. It's just a little sort of cropped jacket kind of style coat, and in the picture they've used like a fluffy teddy bear fabric, which I thought was really nice, and it's kind of like a high stand collar that goes all the way around, and snap buttons, which I thought was a nice simple coat. And again, for $2 I couldn't resist, had to snap it up. That's from sizes 34 to 52, and again I'm hoping that I fit within that size range. The next pattern I got was a Sharon Shirt, and this is just a simple sweater shirt that's got the raglan sleeves, a little kind of waistband, and the collar, the cuffs, yeah, the cuffs, couldn't think of the word, the cuffs on the wrists, and it looks like pretty much a standard sweater top. And again, I've probably got loads of these already, but I thought it looked quite nice. I know lots of people say that the Linden sweatshirt is a really nice sweatshirt, and it looked very similar to me to that, so I would rather pay $2 and get that one than pay what you have to pay to get the Linden sweatshirt. The next pattern I got was the Jolene top. I think that's the way you say that, Jolene. And I'd seen that the Secret Seamstress, I think it's the Secret Life of a Seamstress, I think that's it, Sally. She had made this top, and it looked really nice. It looked really lovely on her. It has a lovely little sort of frill that goes around the neckline. And I'm not big on frills, I must admit. I was a bit sort of, would I put the frill on? But I would give that a go and see what it looks like. For again, $2. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't go well with my body type, then I don't have to make it again. But I loved the fact that it got lovely sleeve variations. It has kind of like a long sleeve and then a shorter 3/4 length sleeve with a little tie on the cuff, which I thought was really cute. And that goes from sizes 30 to 50. And again, I'm hoping that I fit that. And the next pattern that I purchased was the Jolene Hoodie. So it's basically a simple hoodie pattern. I already have loads of hoodie patterns. However, I just thought this looked really nice and snuggly and cozy with a little collar. But it's actually a hood, but it seems to have like a big thick sort of bit that goes around the neck of the hood. It's probably just a huge hood, but it seemed like it was a really cozy, cuddly hoodie. And then the following pattern I actually purchased because I thought it looked a little bit similar to the Tilly and the Buttons. Name's gone. Indigo. The indigo dress. Now, I looked at that pattern when it came out and it didn't inspire me to purchase it at all. I wasn't interested. I'm not that keen on smock dresses. I don't think they suit me. I can't get away with anything that's too oversized. I look like I'm wearing an old sack, I think, in my opinion. And yeah, so when I saw it, I was like, I'm not really sure about that pattern. I don't think I'm gonna ever purchase that. And I've seen so many glorious versions of it. It looks great on everyone else. It looks beautiful. On me, however, it would not look that good. So I was just thought, no, don't buy it. Anyway, recently I've noticed quite a few people adding ties to that dress to cinch it in the waist, which is a good idea. I thought, maybe I will purchase that eventually. However, I saw this pattern on the Makerist, and it's called Women's or Women Tiered Tunic. So, and I thought it was very, very similar to the indigo dress from Tilly and the Buttons. It comes in extra small to 2 times extra large, so it's quite a good range, I think. It says it's for knits and wovens, so you could make it in either, which I thought was very good. Quite versatile pattern. Yeah, and what I thought, I'd add the ties. I would add ties to the waist to cinch it in. There are, I think, variations where you can have the waist down on the waist and then up high, so it's more of an empire line, or I think it may actually be, quite high up here on one of the versions, which I wouldn't do because that would look dreadful on me. But yeah, it's a really good versatile pattern and very, very similar to the indigo. And as it was $2, I snapped it up. Then I purchased some other PDF patterns because Nina Lee had a discount on her website because it's been 4 years since she started her pattern company, so it was a kind of anniversary celebration of that, so I think it was 20% off. I already have quite a few of her patterns, so I thought, well, I might as well purchase the Piccadilly pyjamas. Which I think are quite cute pyjamas. I'm a little bit of a sucker for pyjama patterns right now. I've got a few already. I thought one more won't harm me. Yeah, and I thought for the summertime they might be quite cute because they've got little shorts and it's like a little grandad style collar on the neck for the pyjamas. Yeah, and then I purchased the Park Lane dress. But I quite liked it, but I would probably omit the frills, if I'm honest. The frills don't do it for me on that dress. I wouldn't think that they would suit me. I can't wear anything where it's too frilly on my shoulders or too poofy on my shoulders because I'm quite petite. I think they don't really suit me. I've got quite muscular arms and quite square shoulders. So because of that, I don't think that they work on me. My body shape has changed and I can't get away with anything too voluminous around my shoulders or my neckline, so I would omit those and just do. And I have seen on Instagram, actually, there's quite a few people that have made this without the frills and it looks really nice. And I'd previously bought the Q dress. Last year, I think I bought the Q dress. But I noticed that she has an expansion pack that you can do I think it's a gathered skirt. The extra pattern is for a gathered skirt and maybe some other things. I didn't really pay much attention to it. I just thought I'll buy that. So yeah, got some bargains there. And then I purchased another pattern and I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's over there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I purchased another pattern of Nina Lee's and it's the Nina Lee South Bank sweater. Now I purchased this recently because I put an order of fabric through from First for Fabrics and I just happened to be buying some more, you'll see in a bit, I bought some more cable knit fabric, and I thought, well, I've seen quite a few people make this up, and I've been looking at it for such a long time, and I thought I don't really need another jumper sweater type garment pattern. But I couldn't resist it. I saw it and thought, I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to buy this and have a go. I've seen so many, and I think it was the Yorkshire Sew girl who's recently made one, and I saw her version and thought, oh, that was really, really lovely. So yeah, I'm really pleased I've got that one. I probably won't make that up anytime soon. Now we're coming into spring, summer. I probably will wait till the autumn time to make that, but it's there now, I have it. So yeah, I've bought quite a few patterns. That was actually quite a big splurge for me, but I think because of the fact that it was a $2 sale and it was discounted on the Needly patterns, that I don't feel too guilty. So yeah, those were my patterns. Okay, so on to the fabrics. I think I'm talking quite fast today because I'm getting a bit breathless and a bit dizzy. So I'll slow down a bit. I think I might be a bit overexcited about all my patterns and my fabric. So first of all, I bought some, I'll show you the first fabric that I bought first. So of course I've just said that I got some more cable knit. I am a sucker for this cable knit. I think I'm in love with it. I bought the red version this time. Now it's coming up really super bright on screen, but it's not that bright. I can't describe the red. I actually was a bit disappointed when I first got it. I wanted it to be a bit of a deeper red, a more pillar box red. Pillar box as in, the British pillar boxes that we get in the UK. Yeah, so it's a little bit more, I don't know, more muted than a deep red. So at first I kind of thought, oh, I don't know if I like it, but actually no, it's fine. I think once it's with like black tights, boots and things, it will probably be fine. But of course it is coming up super bright on there. It's like nowhere near as bright as it is on there. Yes, so I bought about 2 meters of that. Again, probably I will make either the that Soap Bank sweater with that, or probably another Sew Over It heather dress, because I do love that one. And then as I was on First of Fabrics, I thought I'd have a look. I only tend to buy fabrics for like knit fabrics, jersey fabrics on there. I thought I'd have a look, see what else they had. And I saw that they had some double gauze. Now, I've never bought double gauze before, and I see other people buy double gauze and the things that they make, and I think, oh, that looks so nice, that looks so lovely. It's really lovely for tops, summery tops and dresses, floaty dresses. So I thought I'd buy some, and it's a beautiful pink colour. They had 2 pinks actually. There was one that was a little bit more paler in colour, and I thought that might not work on my skin tone. I tend to have to go with pinks that are a bit deeper or brighter in colour. Because I'm very pale, it tends to, pastel colours wash me out and I don't look that great in them. So it's a little bit of a deeper pink. I wouldn't say it's a salmon pink. I would say it's more of a sort of dusky pink. Yeah, I'd say a dusky rose pink, but it's lovely. I just bought 2 meters, I think, of that, with the idea that I'm going to make a nice top out of it. I may actually make this up in my April. My April makes, not May yet, wishful thinking. My April makes. So yeah, may see me do something with that for April. And then I have purchased some fabrics from Minerva. I went on there because they send me these emails to say what they've got on offer, and I noticed they had some gingham. And again, I've never bought any gingham before. And I love it. I don't know why I haven't bought any before. I love some of the pictures I've seen on Instagram of people making beautiful dresses and tops in gingham, and I saw that Minerva was selling some for $3.99 a metre, which I thought, oh, that's a good bargain, isn't it? Couldn't kind of turn that down. So I went on there, and they were running out fast of this colour, so I purchased some. I think I've just bought 2.5 meters of this navy blue gingham. I think it's the 1/4 inch gingham. They have obviously different size squares. I've gone with a 1/4 inch, and I thought that would be a lovely either dress or top. I bought 2.5 meters so I can make a top. I don't think it's going to be a dress with sleeves. It would have to be a sleeveless dress if I made a dress. 2.5 meters might not get me one with sleeves. However, I thought that would be really lovely. But you know, I couldn't stop there. I wanted other colours, but they had run out of the red colourway and the black colourway, and quite a few others. Pink, they had run out pink. I would have got pink as well if they'd got the pink. I think you could pre-order them, but again, I was like, impatient, I want it now. So yeah, I purchased that one, and then I purchased a beautiful pale blue colour, because I think the pale blue is really lovely, summery colour. Yeah, so I went for another 2.5 meters of this beautiful pale blue 1/4 inch gingham. Again, it's not coming up bright colour on the screen. It's a little bit more so turquoise colour on the screen. It's actually just very pale blue. But yes, so I'm really looking forward to making something out of that. If you have any suggestions of what you could say, because I'm looking at all of my patterns and I can't decide of what to make at all. There's so many different ideas there. Top, dress, I don't know, 2.5 meters. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's one of those. I might have to go and buy some more on there if they've got some. And then this next fabric I literally thought of last second, because my husband said he would like a shirt. Well, I mean, I kind of offered stupidly about the shirt. I don't know why I offer these things, but you do these stupid things sometimes, don't you? I thought I'll be nice and make him something. I don't make him anything often. In fact, I've only ever made him a hoodie so far. I've made him 2 hoodies, and that's as far as I've made him. He is extremely picky with his clothes. In fact, I've never ever bought him any item of clothing apart from underwear. I've never bought him any clothing in the whole 14 years, was it 14, 15 years of us being together. I've never bought him clothes, because he's so picky that if I was to buy anything, he would just turn his nose up it and say, no, I don't like it. I've seen him do this with other clothes other people have bought him. He doesn't like them. He's so specific about what they look like, the fit, the cut of the clothes. He's very, very particular. So he won't wear anything that is too baggy, it's too long. They have to be spot on. So when I made him this hoodie, I had to really make a lot of adjustments to make it perfect for him. And I was so exhausted by the end of it. You know, you think a hoodie, that's easy. Hoodie? No, it had to be perfect. I made it perfect for him. He's happy with it now. There are probably a few things that he's mentioned that he would like changed, but that's not happening. So I stupidly said, I will make you a shirt. So you will see this probably in my March plans, not March plans, my April plans. I don't know why I can't keep getting the months wrong. I think it's this illness, it's making my brain a bit doolally. So yeah, for my April plans, I may be adding this too. And you'll see what shirt I'm going to make him. But I've bought some white linen look. So it's not actually linen, it's a linen look. Now, I didn't know the difference, to be honest. I couldn't see any actual linen in the website. So I've purchased this, and it's just a white, and it does have the appearance of linen on it, but it's a cotton. It doesn't have anything else in it. There was another one that had a rayon in it as well, which I wasn't sure of, and I thought, is it going to be okay for a shirt? I'm not sure. So I bought this one instead, and I'm going to give this one a go. However, you know, I might have to make a twirl for that shirt first, but you know, again, I'll talk about that another time. So yeah, those are my fabrics. I'm going to go and have to have some water. Again, I'm going a bit dizzy. I think I might just be talking too fast, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, got some water, had a little snack, feeling better. Okay, so the other thing I was going to chat to you about today was the PDF printing. Now, I thought I'd talk about this purely because I'm not sure whether anyone else knows about this, and I just thought it'd be a good idea to tell everyone who was interested that PDF patterns can be quite expensive to get printed, I think. And I found that quite a few places now are starting to do the PDF pattern printing. Pattern companies now offer, if you purchase one of their patterns, then they will also print it for you. And there's other places that I found started to do it which are more based around sewing. So the haberdashery shops or fabric shops will now start to do PDF printing. Now I found that quite a few of them I find to be quite expensive for me, and on a low budget I don't really want to spend a lot of money because I do have a lot of PDF patterns that need printing. And I have found one that I think is probably the cheapest. Now, I spoke to my husband about this. My husband works in the printing industry, so he knows his stuff when it comes to printing. And he has said this printing company that I'm using right now is probably the best deal that I'm going to get. And this is a UK based printing company. Now it's a company that does engineering printing. They do large scale printing for architects, engineering plans, printing large scale layout printing. And I assume they've just added on the sewing pattern PDF printing because it's an extra bit of money for them, and good on them. So it's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, if you have the money and you can afford to pay quite a bit of money for your PDF printing and you don't mind doing it, because at the end of the day, these companies that are doing it, the smaller companies, the sewing companies, the pattern companies are small companies, and if they're independent and, they need the money, and you're happy to give them that money, then great. I'm all for supporting independent businesses, local businesses, and if I can help them in any way, then I do. However, with the printing, I just find that I would prefer to pay less and get more, if that makes sense. So I have money left over, for patterns, more patterns and more fabric. That's what I want to spend my money on. So I thought I'd tell you about this pattern printing company, it's called Plan Printing 24. They are based in Middlesex, and their website is really good. It's easy to navigate around. I have found that quite a few of the pattern printing websites are not that easy to navigate around. I'm not great technically anyway with computers or laptops or anything like that. So, for me, the more simple, the better. And it isn't hard nowadays, I think, to get a website that is easy to navigate around. You can buy templates, and web designers are, all for making things, I assume, easy for people to navigate around. However, some of them are not, which really frustrates me and immediately makes me turn them off. So there are ones that I've been on, and I've compared as well. I've put in the amount of patterns that I wanted into this website, the one that I'm talking about, Plan Printing, and then on other websites, and I've compared prices, and the difference is astonishing. The cost is astonishing. So, I just think personally, for me, on a low budget, this suits me. It may suit you as well, it may not. So Plan Printing 24, you go on the website, you put in what PDF you want to upload. So it'll say, what size paper do you want? Do you want it to be black and white or colour? Do you want the paper to be rolled or folded? Rolled is going to cost more because that's going to be done by hand. Folded is done by machine. So with these larger companies, they that are specifically aimed at printing large scale, they will have a folding machine. These machines are very expensive, so they're not likely to have these within another company that's smaller, that have just started printing PDF patterns. A folding machine can cost up to, you know, 100, 200 grand. So they are not cheap machines. They're not going to be something you're going to purchase just specifically to print out patterns, in my view. If, however, it's a company like this, this is their job, this is what they do, they're going to have a folding machine. So it's only £5 for that. However, the £5 then transfers at the end of your total as your shipping fee. Now, we'll discuss that after. But you put your PDF patterns in, it tells you how many pages that PDF has. So you upload your PDF, whatever you have, it'll tell you how many pages, how many A0 pages that's going to contain, and the price. It breaks it down for you, which I love. I think that's exactly what I need. And you also need the name of the pattern on there, which it shows you. A lot of them don't, so you'll put something into your basket, and then when you go to your basket, it's just a load of PDFs. You have no idea what patterns they are, which really frustrates me because my memory is rubbish. I need to write it all down as well as putting it into the basket. So again, delete, don't want to know. This one's great. You put everything in, it shows you what you've got in there, breaks it all down. The VAT is added on the end because it is a larger scale company, an industrial company. But again, you know, it's a small amount. So you're talking 75 pence per A0 sheet. With the VAT, that probably works out about 95 pence per A0 sheet. And my husband has told me that that is a good deal that I'm getting for this. However, they are still making quite a decent profit on it. They're still marking this up and still making a nice amount on what they're getting from me. So in terms of that, I think, well, if my husband has said to me, this is a good price, but they're still making a lot of money on it, then I look at some of the other companies and think, I'm not willing to pay them any extra. Now, of course, like I've said, this is a company set up specifically to do this. If you're going to another company that's a pattern company, they're not going to have the same system. Your order will be done manually as opposed to this, which is digital. You put it into the website, it goes on to a machine, you put on a list, the machine reads that list, it's printing it, packing it, and it's done. However, if you go somewhere else, you're having to send it to their website, then someone is probably manually looking at that order, then typing it into the machine. It's printed, they have to take it off the machine and manually fold it, put it into an envelope and send it to you. So there's where your costs are going to be. And again, like I've said, if you're happy to pay that, that's great. If you're not, then I would check out this specific website if you want your patterns a lot cheaper. Now I purchased, it's about 8 in total, let me check. Yeah, I purchased 8 patterns, and some of the patterns have 4 A0 sheets in, some have got 3, some have got 2. So, you know, I would say 8 patterns, you know, anywhere else you would be looking at quite a lot of money, I would imagine, for that. However, this company charged me £22.20 for all of those patterns, including that £5 delivery. And the delivery is super fast. I've never known delivery to be so super fast in my life. And I mean, you know, even Amazon Prime couldn't even get you this order this fast. It's amazing. It says on the website, if you put your order through before 3 p.m, it'll be with you the next day, and it is with you the next day. And I mean early in the morning. So I had one delivery come at about 7:30 in the morning, and then my one that came this Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday it came at 8:30 in the morning. It's amazing. So my husband has said that they're using an overnight courier, which will pick up the delivery at 9 o'clock at night and then drive through the night to get it to wherever it needs to be. So it's an overnight service there that they're using. So I thought I'd give you that little bit of information about that, just with the fact that I have that little bit of extra knowledge. I mean, of course I can't tell you what my husband did actually say, because it's very long-winded, very technical, and you know, I switched off after about 2 minutes. But the gist of it is this is quite a good cost to pay, and they're still making a decent profit on this. So I don't feel guilty whatsoever. And your order comes in a big envelope. They're all packed up, A4 size. Comes in, like I say, I did have 8 patterns printed, so there's quite a few there. And I mean, I have done an order where I think I had about 12 patterns printed, and that came in a box. So yeah, I mean, it was mainly because you're paying £5 for the delivery. I thought, well, I might as well just cram as many patterns in there as I can to get my money's worth. So yeah, and you know, they come folded beautifully. You know, my husband told me exactly how they are folded on the machine. He went over my head, you know, I have no idea. But he said it was an expensive machine that they have that does this. The paper's quite a good quality paper. I think it's about a 40-gram paper. Now I know that some people prefer to have a sewing paper that's very thin tissue paper, but I trace off all my patterns anyway, so I don't mind just having the standard paper. So yeah, and I just thought I'd mention that to anyone who's interested to know that. And I don't know whether they do ship to other countries. I haven't looked, but I assume that, you know, in other countries they will have companies that are like this, that are printing specifically for engineers, architects, and do plan printing. I think that is probably a cheaper option if you wanted to get a cheaper option for your A0 printing, to try those out to see if they do the patterns as well. Yeah, so I think, oh no, I've got one more thing. I have had a little bit of a spending splurge. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I need to calm down. I think I need to stop spending and just do some sewing. Just do some sewing. And you know, I've got masses of stuff to do around the house, cleaning, etc. But you know, chores, snores, we're not interested in that. I bought a little kit to vacuum my sewing machine. I thought, you know, I try and get the vacuum cleaner in the old overlocker and the sewing machine, and the bits are not small enough. And I've got the little brush, and you know, you get in there with your little brush and you try and get all the lint and everything out, but I am a little bit OCD and it doesn't quite get it clean enough for me. And I'd seen that some other people were saying about these little mini kits you can get for vacuuming in between all the little bits. And I was like, I'm getting one of those. So I remembered them last night and ordered it. I've got Amazon Prime. I know I'm evil really for having Amazon Prime, but the TV is quite good. I did it one of those things where you get it for free for a month. And then I thought, actually, this is quite a good deal. I'm getting all the TV, I get the music, and you know, Amazon own everything at the moment. So you're probably using stuff and buying things from places that you don't realise is actually owned by Amazon anyway. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, came this morning, my little vacuum set that I'm going to use to clean the overlocker and the sewing machine. So yeah, I thought I'd tell you about that. I think this is only about £7 off Amazon. So I'm hoping that if it's the vacuum cleaner, I'll give it a go later and see if it works. But yeah, those are all the things that I've bought. And I hope you've enjoyed that little vlog there of just all my purchases and information. And so my next vlog will be my March makes, which will include my Frugal Fox 2021 make, which I love. I absolutely love so much. And in fact, it's inspired me to dig out all my free patterns, and I'm probably going to make a free pattern a month because I loved making it. It was such a joy, but I'll talk about that more in the next vlog. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this, please hit the like button, and again, please subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, so I'll see you next time. As always, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'm sending you all so much love and light. Take care. Bye.